Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to this Outfit Wars Connery Round 1 2022 season on Nexus. My name is Zulfur. I'm delighted to be here. I'm joined by the very amazing good friend of mine, Dux.
Hey, what's up?
We're here to see FIFA versus Sexy today. Sexy didn't send me a logo in time, so I'm sorry, boys. I didn't get the logo up there for you. But hey, I'm excited to be here. I casted a game earlier and it was an exciting one. I casted the Emerald game. But yes, we may see a completely different game here for the Connery ones, so I'm excited. Just to quickly run over the format with everybody. As you can see here, this is our map that we've got displayed on the screen. FIFA, in this case, is going to be starting... I'm just going to double check for you. They're going to be starting as the blue team, and they're going to be starting in the north, marked as red on the map there, and Sexy is going to be starting in the south, marked as blue. Now, the aim of this game is to capture those three neutral bases in the middle. You'll see they have various lattice connections. Each of them are available to be capped from the beginning by each of the teams. So what we're going to do, I'll show you a little bit about that in a minute. Quick few rules in this. It's not quite like the live game. So interestingly enough, even if you are VS, TR, NC, whatever, you're going to be assigned a team, red team or blue team, regardless of what faction you're on. So you'll be red or blue. Now, just a quick note about that. You're not going to be able to see... There's a bit of a bug at the moment where both teams are showing as red because we as the third faction are playing as a VS, as the casters. So we won't be able to see the team color differences, which is very annoying. They're working on it, they're aware of it, and also the outfit tags are not really displaying either. They're hidden as well, which is a bit annoying, admittedly, but we'll work with it. However, the good news is the players do have little color markers on them, so you can see if they're red team or blue team by looking at the color markers. And in this case, we have an NC versus VS, which is much easier. The last game I casted was VS v VS, and that was incredibly difficult to see who was killing who. So, with that said, you've got the red team versus blue team. Now, the only war assets that you aren't allowed in this format are the Bastions or the Colossus tanks. Every other resource you're allowed to use. Anvils, Steel Rains, Orbital Strikes, Citadel Shields. I only saw a couple of Orbital Strikes in that last game I casted. I haven't seen too much of much other uses.
I think I've seen one all day.
Yeah. They also start on balanced but not mirrored starting points. So they are balanced, but they're not exactly mirrored on each side. The bases are different on each side of the map, in other words. Pay attention to the south of the map. That's going to be interesting because give control of the south of the map opens up a lot of opportunity for the team who does control it. This is going to be 48 v 48, and as I said, they're going to race to cap those new bases. There is no construction in this format either. The teams are currently in a 20-minute prep phase, which is 6.5 minutes left of before the round actually starts. We're only running a minute delay, so we're not going to be revealing too much in terms of the openers until that match actually starts. There is a 45-minute game in total, and to win this game, you need to capture that warp gate base, the one that's directly connected to the warp gate, the only lattice, or you need to hold the most territory at the end. Now, if this game results in a draw, it comes down to specific capture points that each team has, and you'll see that at the top of the screen when we come to the live cast in a moment. But before that, I'm going to show you a couple of... You might have seen this in the intro. I'm going to show you a couple of bits of information about each of the neutral bases and also the home bases and their cap times as well. So you're going to get a bit of a feel for what it's going to be like. We'll catch you after this. Don't go anywhere. All right, and welcome back to the pre-game. We've got 4 minutes until this game starts. Dux, what are your predictions for this game? First of all, before I hear your prediction, we know FIFA has got a lot of new players in for this season to play for them. So they're looking pretty strong. And being from Sammy, both of us, we've played FIFA multiple times in the lead up to this in the pre-practice games we've been playing on Jaeger. And they're looking really sharp. Now, yeah. Sexy should not be underestimated, though. Sexy is mostly built up of one outfit group, and that's really impressive, to say the least. I think they've got a few extra players in here and there, being that they need to pull 48. But Sexy is quite a formidable opponent. They work well as a team. They've been an outfit for a long time. They're definitely not someone to be underestimated. Whereas FIFA has got a lot of new players who joined recently, so that synergy may not be at that same level.
Yeah. FIFA's got, like, Fuwak in it, some Gobs, some DPSO, and some other randos. And so they have a lot of really strong groups backing them. But I'm very interested to see how they go against Sexy, because I know Sexy is a pretty good group too. It's going to be very interesting. I think FIFA will pull out a little bit, but I think in general, I expect to see good fights from both sides.
Yeah, I completely agree. So, with that said, 2 minutes to go. We're going to go into the car screen, and I'm going to show you something quite cool here. If you look here, we have a duck cam. So we have multiple perspectives here, ladies and gentlemen. We're up in the production value for the Connery. Anyone who wants to cast with me, we can set this up. There's going to be about a 5-second delay on Dux's camera, which is quite good for instant replays and things. Yeah, so we're going to have dual cam. Let us know if that audio is a little bit jank. If it is, I'll delete it because we're having some issues with the audio. But yeah, really excited. 2 minutes out from the start of the game. We're going to reveal the openers very soon. We're just sort of sitting in the middle here on the Granite Head reactor. We turn Dux off for a second. Look at the map. As I say, in this control here, having this southern control is going to be really important because it allows you to directly cut off the middle and push straight onto the Nexus Alpha. Now, these Nexus Alpha bases have a 7-minute cap on them. So their Nexus Alpha and Nexus Omega, the warp gating base is going to take you 7 minutes to actually cap that. In the meantime, the enemy can be doing all sorts of stuff behind you as well. So 1 minute 41 seconds out from the game. Dux, can you just double check the sound for me that it's not jank?
On the stream? Yeah,
yes. Cool, that is great. We're 1 minute 30 seconds out. We're going to make sure it's not jank. Just make sure I'm going to read the chat as well. Just so we're aware. But yeah, I'm really excited. My prediction for this game, I think FIFA's going to edge it over Sexy here, but I think we're gonna see a pretty good game. We're definitely in for a treat here. You've come for a good one, especially for first round. Anything can happen. The fate of the rest of the season of these teams is in the hands of each other right now. We're 1 minute away from start, and we should
be are we allowed to look now?
Ready to go. We're able to look now.
Ooh. FIFA's got a lot of air. 2 libs. Interesting. It looks like they also prepped Valks for the beginning.
The sound sounds good though, Dux.
As far as I could see.
Cool. Oh, don't worry, guys. I'll move the overlay. It shouldn't actually block the base. I'm gonna move it up. All right, so we're 20 seconds out here, ready for the start of this game. I'm going to be watching Sexy come out of the gate at the red team, and Dux is going to be watching FIFA on the little screen out there come out of the gate, and then we're going to see them clash in the middle. I am excited to see what happens. I'm just going to make sure that the scores show up properly and make sure that happens. So I'm going to take a little bit of further angle back for this opener so I can tab and quickly adjust the stream because I'm still setting all this up. I haven't had a lot of time to do it. I've just set it up today.
And that's alert start as soon
as it drops, we have alert start today. Round 1 Connery game. So here we go. I am excited to see what happens. Look at that. It doesn't cut it off.
That start. Ooh, there's some reavers going low for the sides.
Just a disclaimer, I will refresh that browser source in a second, so the scores do show up with the outfit tags, don't you worry. It's just a little bit slow at catching up. We're seeing Sexy roll out the gate and a lot of aircraft as well as FIFA. Ducks, keep looking at the air. I'm going to see what's happening on the ground. We're going to go down to the ground right now. Have FIFA dropping in on point, and the outfit tags have shown up for some of their players. Here they go. They're going to go in here, be capturing C point on the center base on Granite Head Reactor. no other pop detected on flips just yet. There is pop in the hexes though, so they could be flipping the bases.
There's a lot more FIFA air, I think. We'll see though. It's still kind of a jumbled mess.
All right, we'll check out back at later. So we're just looking at FIFA completely on here, 36% in the hex, but that's mostly aircraft right now. We're going to check out what's happening over at the Granite Head Reactor up in the north. We have Sexy flipping points here, starting a little bit of a slow cap happening. Go check over at the SATCOM hub, and we have FIFA flipping 2 points on this base as well. Air battle still going strong right now. I'm gonna leave the air battle up on the screen. I'm gonna quickly refresh that overlay so we can make sure that it shows up. Refresh cache account. See if that shows up for me. There we go. We have alpha tags, ladies and gentlemen.
It's looking like FIFA air dominance.
No surprises there. FIFA air is good. We know this. Looks like we've been playing against them. Looks like FIFA has control of SATCOM on all 3 points. They're also fast capping Granite Head Reactor, but Sexy is committed to Bitter Gorge Garrison. We'll just go check out Granite Head
Sexy
Reactor.
Armor.
Let me know if you see.
You are better than this. Show them.
So, no resistance Granite Head Reactor for FIFA. There is no resistance on Bitter Gorge Garrison for Sexy. There is resistance in the air, having a massive air battle right now. And I think the focus of the fight's probably going to come down to SATCOM hub. As I said, the south of that map's super powerful. I just need to see where that pop goes and what that distribution is going to be like. I can't see anything that's going to happen right now apart from a big air duel. There is a Galaxy floating around for Sexy. Sorry, a Valkyrie. See Mega Big Daddy in a Valkyrie getting crashed in by his teammate. Sorry, Mega Big Bonus Checks, the NC player. We are seeing FIFA control Granite Head Reactor quite comfortably and also control SATCOM hub quite comfortably while the rest of the fighting is happening up in the air right now. We have some Liberator action, Liberator on Liberator action right here. We got a FIFA Liberator versus Sexy Liberator. Who's going to come out on top here? Eternal Kiwi takes some hits in the back. He's going to bail. He's going to go. He's going to duck out of there, and he does go down.
Yep. I don't know. Sexy keeps on repulling air. I don't think they're pulling enough though to try and fight back the dominance. So it seems like it's kind of mute point
now,
in a way.
Sexy has taken control of the Granite Head Reactor. 31 seconds till they take SATCOM. Backcap has been set up already on secure substation. Sexy seems like to be just wasting time and nanites with pulling this air at the moment, because one thing to note, if you remember Duck's Desolation, you ran on Cordium and not nanites.
Yeah.
And you could just keep filling that up and pulling lots, but you can't do that here. You're under a constraint. So Nexus Alpha, I was looking at the wrong base, but looking at secure substation, it is a backcap online. Go ahead.
Like it's just like, if you're gonna try and wipe FIFA's air, you need to pull enough air to wipe it. You can't trickle 2 sites into 6 reavers. It's just not gonna go your way.
Looks like FIFA has resecured Nexus Secure Substation. Sorry, not FIFA. Sexy's resecured Nexus Secure Substation. There's a lot of X's and stuff trying to say those names right now. But they will control that. That's fine. That's good. Let's have a look. So, Sexy Hell's Angels have taken Bitter Gorge Garrison. FIFA remains in control of SATCOM Hub and Granite Reactor right now. We have a drop coming in by the looks of it from FIFA. Tand just drops his team on point, drops a beacon. I don't know if anyone came out of that Valk with him, but Tand's not letting this backcap go. I imagine Tand's going to be the Forces Commander for FIFA today.
Points are flipping again on Bitter Gorge.
So Nexus Secure has been resecured by FIFA. They got a nice clutch Valkyrie drop and beacon drop and got the guys on point to actually flip that back. Bitter Gorge is being flipped, you're right, by FIFA as well.
FIFA just took a majority.
We're gonna go check it out.
Sexy is getting a point back.
Cool.
Nope, looks like FIFA kept it.
So we're looking at FIFA holding on to 2 points here at Bitter Gorge Garrison. They are in control of this base for now. They do have a little bit more population in the Hex, but they're not actually meeting too much resistance. The FIFA guys are pushing up now into the FIFA hold. They're meeting some resistance inside the building here. See if Sexy can make anything of this re-push here. They're trying to make their way up. FIFA's got them in good positions, just sort of trying to hit them from the stairs, standing at the top of these choke points and really just waiting for them to run out. FIFA's looking really strong, playing as a team right now. As you can see, we've got some buses and stuff coming in for FIFA to support, for Sexy to support, should I say. FIFA Liberator has arrived in the picture to try and deal with this. Quick map check. Secure Substation has got where the big battle is right now. I'm going to go check that out. We'll check out that fight later. Dux, if something interesting happens, we can put your perspective on and check that out. But we have this back cap happening now. Nexus Secure Substation. It's more of a backup. It's a full cap now. And what I said about maintaining control of Satcom Hub has happened. They've taken it, and they're now going to push down here and deny Granite Head Reactor, which they've already taken.
Yeah, Sexy keeps on... FIFA keeps on wiping Sexy on their pushes, and it's kind of...
So FIFA has... So the points right now are 5-4. So 5 bases to FIFA, 4 to Sexy. FIFA has a pretty good hold on this powerhouse building, although there is no force multipliers in here. Not that I think Sexy could pull any, because of all of those air pulls in the beginning of the game that happened. There is a battle ant coming around. I can see a Deliverer prototype, Deliverer ant, driving around with a turret on top. The Destroyer of Hats, making the play. Trying to get some cheese in there. Old Monaco, old-time player, Planetside, driving a bus up for FIFA.
Sexy's making another push on the quarter stack on Secure Substation.
I'm watching that. I'm following Sexy move in down the stairs now, coming out through the doors, taking 1 out, taking 2 out. Mateus goes down to them. Blue Intentions goes down as well to that Sexy push. They're just regrouping now. Reses are coming out from the Sexy guys, but they are finding themselves a little bit choked down. Going to find themselves in a little bit of a crossfire if they do push out here.
Not Harasser. Oh no, they killed the Harasser.
Harasser goes down. Clone Kano's waiting at the side here, waiting to try and do something. He's gonna catch him off guard. No one can see Clone Kano. He's just sitting there. He's just sitting there taking people. Sexy is stuck in this quarter stack right now with Clone Kano on the crossfire. Looks like they've got a flank coming in now to try and suppress that. That might actually help them here.
That's an orbital.
Orbital strike coming in. That's a TR. That's a red team orbital. So that's a Sexy orbital coming in on the hold. But that's not going to do much because FIFA doesn't have any maxes on that point.
They will wipe their beacons. I don't think FIFA has any spawns really.
Here comes Sexy in a big way, pushing up to point. They have about 24 players, I think, here pushing up right now. Let's see what they do in these doors. Grenade takes 2 of them out. That's got to, sorry, so C4 takes 2 of them out. That's got to hurt. They're pushing in through doors 1 and 2 right now. Here comes Sexy in a big way. Look at them go.
Bitter Gorge.
So FIFA just took Bitter Gorge. Now Sexy is back on their heels at their warp gate, but they have resecured Nexus Secure Substation at the last second, I might add. Clutch plays from Sexy, gotten all their troops in there. Clone Kano coming back in on the flank, taking 1 or 2 picks, and here comes FIFA as well to support. We're seeing Tan coming down the stairs, support his team. But Sexy holding strong on point here. FIFA doesn't have quite as many numbers as Sexy does on this point here, and they're doing a really good job. FIFA comes down with a flank from Skinny Staircase, comes in, takes out everybody on point. Will Sexy be able to hold on here? I don't think so.
FIFA just steel rained on the home base.
So FIFA steel ran because they thought they were about to take this base back, but Sexy has held on by the skin of their teeth. Here comes a resonate for FIFA. FIFA's coming back in now, pushing up. Look at that line of infantry moving up. Incredible stuff from FIFA right now. We'll secure this base. In 1 minute, they will cap this base, and that will give them access to Nexus Alpha. And that'll be game over. You've got to be feeling bad for Sexy right here. They've just come out here and sort of been a little bit slapped in the face by everything that's happening. But they have done a good job at grouping back up, and they are going to push back out. Let's see what this attack's going to entail. Here comes a Vanguard. It's just running people over on the way through.
The group ups have been very good. It's just that they're getting A to G'd, and they've still have force multiplier control with harassers running around the base. So the space is like really open, so they don't really have an opportunity to get through any of these lanes to the point. I don't know, maybe Gal dropping might be a good idea right about now.
Here comes a FIFA orbital strike on Sexy, but Sexy's already dead. FIFA's pushing out. It's going to kill their own guys. And that actually affects the obs cam. And the FIFA Sunderer does a backflip, lands it. But FIFA's just got that force multiplier game on point, and in 5 seconds, they're going to take this base. FIFA's also trying to take Argent Pass as well.
And that's a FIFA cap.
FIFA cap. Let's have a back cap check online right now for Nexus Secure. Back cap's online. They are flipping the
Steel
point.
Rain's already there.
FIFA is not wasting any time in this game. They want to be done. They want to go home. They want to have a beer.
Oh, Sexy just massively retook the point though. There's a lot of Sexy on the point right now.
So Sexy taking the point
That was
on
a
Nexus.
very, very good transition on Sexy's part.
That really was. But I just saw that happen. Sorry, Sexy responded in a big way, and that backup was shut down really fast. So that they saw that base was going to go, and they just gave it up and came back into cap. So Sexy still in control, giving them the opportunity for a backup to open up on any one of these lanes. But realistically, they still hold on to Argent Pass, so they really want to get the backup started on Nexus Secure Substation to really ensure that to keep them in this game right now. There's still 33 minutes to play, and FIFA is on their doorstep, trying to sell them timeshare. Sexy is not having any of it. FIFA trying to make a breach in the southeastern doorway. I can't help a bit of a flank might actually help to throw them off here, but FIFA's just throwing themselves through this little one doorway over here. And
Yeah. FIFA's kind of splintered in this room. Like, they're touching the spawn room on one side and they're touching the point on the other. And they're making it now, but, like, kind of hope they would group up on one side and just push that.
So FIFA did come through with a bit of a flank, and that did collapse the Sexy hold, and they will take control of this point. But there is 7 minutes to cap this point right now. And Argent Pass is full, and there's a 50-50 fight happening over there. So I think the main... if you want to go have a look at Argent Pass, Dux, that'd be great. I think the main force of fighting is going to take place on this Nexus Alpha, because this is the play right here. This is all about this base. So one of these teams is going to be winning and taking the points, and the other team is not, and they're going to be trying again next week. But that's the beauty of this. They can come back next week if they don't win this and play someone who's a little bit going to be a little bit nicer time for them. I mean, Sexy's done some really good pushes and pushing FIFA off the points. In saying that, I think they're just a little bit bewildered with the force multiplier game right now.
They just sent one dude to Argent Pass. Lightoslope came in, killed the beacon, killed the one dude that dropped there, wiped the point. Liberator just dropped someone though. Let's see if Lightoslope kills it.
We'll keep the two perspectives open right now so we can see what's happening at two bases right now. We've got the Ducky Cam open. FIFA's grouping up in the spawn room up here on Nexus Alpha.
Yeah, they just use the lib to deploy two people in this space.
There is an orbital strike coming in from Sexy, hitting all those FIFA guys out in the open. That's gonna kill the turret that FIFA hacked out. That's gonna help. FIFA has also hacked out both the air terminals, giving... Here comes Sexy in a big way, however. Right now they're pushing up with the Maxes and infantry. They're going to run straight into an aggressive FIFA line. Can they sustain through this? Here comes an OS to try and take out some of those Maxes. I don't know, that's going to kill some of them. That's going to send some people flying. That is big. That sent at least 7 people up in the air and out of the fight right now. Gonna have to lick their wounds, heal up really fast, try to get some of these maxes open. Some medics have survived, but FIFA's coming through. They're pushing through. They're taking out the rest of them. And look at that. That'll be that wipe over. That's a lot of nanite investments just to be done by that one orbital strike. That's really got to hurt. And right now, the only thing that Sexy can do is probably come with something out of their warp gate. I'd say here's a good call with this Citadel shield right now. It has given FIFA an opportunity to push up unless FIFA do take that ground. I'm unable to fly through it. Here comes FIFA running up the right-hand side, the left flank for them. Gonna come in with a flank on FIFA. Suda taxes himself right in the front lines. One of the leaders for Sexy. FIFA is gonna hold on though. 4 minutes 28. We're just gonna see a slog out for 4 minutes on this base by the looks of it. Unless Sexy can find something from the warp gate to possibly do. We're having some Yell Chat banter, I'm just reading now. Hey Tan, can we stop this from Pseudo Texas? One leader to another.
Oof.
So we're having not a good time from Sexy by the looks of it, but they've done some incredible pushes. I still think if they just they've got 3 minutes. I think if they just pulled something and all together just to try do something and get a last ditch effort. I know what it's like to be in that position. I know all too well what it's like to be in their position right now.
Yeah, massive air pull, wipe the the air hammers, the armor that's running around, maybe pull some.
My
Other
number
random
one
stuff like harassers.
and I think because Sexy's mostly a homegrown group, there's going to be a bit of a skill deficit in here, and that's no one's fault. The FIFA team, we know. I'm looking down here, and there is some big names on this FIFA team today. So there's nothing to feel bad about from Sexy right now.
He was just a really good team this year.
FIFA is just super good this year. They are super hard to overcome. Here comes something from Sexy right now. Valkyrie drops. They must have heard my calls.
Drops, nice.
They did get some people on point, I think. There are some beacons down, though. That is a FIFA beacon, however.
Gal drop, look at that.
Gal drop. Does it make it? I don't know, it's just
Oh,
one
wait.
Galaxy.
Was there even anybody in it? I don't think there was
The
anybody
Destroyer
in
of Hats pulls a Soul Galaxy. We've got a full small fire team making a breach down here in the southwest door, but FIFA quickly comes to answer it. Clone Kano leading that charge.
it. Sexy finally pulled some Skyguards in the AA. Looks like a bus with walkers and 3 Skyguards.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of infantry focus from Sexy right now, and that must have been due to the mass air pulling at the beginning that really hurt them. I think that nanite thing really hurt Sexy here.
I don't actually think. I don't think they've repulled enough air for it to be that big of an issue. I think just whatever their air team is was the one that was repulling. I think that they should have probably repulled a wave a little bit sooner and wiped their A to G if it's causing them issues. But in general, it's good to see Skyguards and stuff now because at least they're trying to
It's good to see they're trying to
deter it
counter
so that they can get outside.
I think Sexy will be placed against a more even opponent for themselves next game, because that's how it's going to work. The losers will be placed against a more even opponent, other losers, for example. Look, the first game is always really rough for most things.
Yeah.
It's rare we see a super close first round.
Yeah, because it's like yeah.
So
Not the path of enlightenment.
we're just waiting here really for the next minute and 15 seconds while FIFA hold this out, unless Sexy can pull something out. But FIFA does have air hammers shooting at that. FIFA has air hammers shooting at that Sexy, which I'm getting mixed up right now. So many X's, so many air hammers. I don't know what's happening. FIFA is holding a really good line. They played a very good game. This is going to be over in a minute. We'll get a chat with everybody, and obviously if they don't want to, that's totally fine, but we'll get a chat with people who we can. It's always good sportsmanship, even though it's super imbalanced in a game like this. Unfortunately, that happens. The first game's always super rough. Don't feel too bad. Come back next week, brush yourselves off, give it your best go. It's all about a learning experience here. And massive props to Sexy for actually pulling basically a homegrown squad team, you know?
Not a lot of teams have been doing that. Like,
Yeah.
it's very rare. I mean, even us, we're not even just a single outfit team.
Yeah, that's right. We've got 5 outfits in our team. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a really respectable thing for Sexy to come out here and actually making some headway right now with this little last-ditch effort push. They're fighting right to the last minute, really scrappy fights. You know, that's what I will say about Sexy, is they have been fighting to the last minute.
And that's match.
That is match to FIFA. I did say that was probably going to be the case. Unfortunately, sometimes you have a rough first round. That is GG's to FIFA. Hard luck on Sexy's behalf. You know, it's tough to watch sometimes, and you know, it's more tough to be those guys. So, you know, shout out to everybody in Sexy who played today and who kept playing till the end. Well done. And congratulations to FIFA. We're going to be teleported out here right now.
Yeah.
So, some little few post-match thoughts while we wait for the interview. FIFA force multiplier use, excellent. We expected that. Didn't expect anything less from from them. Great performance all around. FIFA looking very, very polished though. Sexy had some really good pushes, and I think given their circumstances and being a homegrown team, I think next week they're going to have a lot better time because they're coordinated. They're super coordinated. So I'll give them that. They're very coordinated. They can get their guys on point. We have very janky logos going on right now because of this. There you go. There we go. NZ production. We're just going to wait for the team captains if they do want to come in here today and have a chat to us. We're just going to quickly fix the stream. Okay. So congratulations to FIFA. We're going to get up in Sanctuary so you guys can get on stream. FIFA looking good, lining up. Let's see if we've got people ready to come into the thing. Interviews in PSB. PS FIFA. If you want.
Sexy is not doing interviews. I don't know about Tandil.
Okay. Okay, so that's fine for Sexy. We'll just wait for a second, see if they're going to show up, and see if we can talk to someone. Representation from people. That game went pretty much like I thought it was going to do. And really unfortunate result for Sexy there. You gotta feel for them. Looks like Nikon is up there.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Nikon.
Nikon, congratulations on the overwhelming victory. FIFA looking very,
User was
very...
moved to your channel.
Congratulations, Tan, as well. FIFA looking very, very polished today. Very scary to face. And, hearts go out to Sexy, because that must have been so tough to play against. So did everything go as planned for you guys then? I assume as much?
More or less, yes. We had a game plan and we executed on it. Just kind of standard stuff on that front. Sexy definitely surprised me, or I won't say this surprised me because I know a lot of them. I know they've been working really hard, and they were about as coordinated and organized on their pushes as you'd expect. I mean, on that first big max push, I'm not gonna lie, if I didn't have that orbital in hand, I think they were gonna wipe us there because that was really scary to see coming down at us.
I just want to ask about that. Your orbital strike placement was insane. When they came out with that huge push, that was perfect timing. You did it a couple of times. Who was it you on the controls there?
That was me on both of those.
That's well played there. So you were the forces commander for this game, Tan?
Yes.
Very good. Nikon, what was your role?
I was the air lead, and my job was to keep all the infantrymen safe from very angry planes.
Yes, and you guys did that very well. I mean, not much to say. Absolutely perfect execution of the plan. Albeit Sexy is pretty much a homegrown outfit, and you got to give it to them for showing up on a day. So,
I mean, I think they're out of all the outfits who aren't combinations of multiple outfits or anything like that. I 100% think that they are the strongest, and I would be very surprised if they don't make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. If you had two categories of like alliances and then solo outfits, Sexy comes to the top of that solo outfits.
For sure, and considering a lot of the other outfits that are solo outfits are kind of a lot more casual with recruitment policy, it's very impressive what Sexy has done to get a group together that's have enough to put a whole team together and have enough that are motivated and willing to train and get better, because Sexy's only going to get better as the season goes on. This is probably, for a lot of them, this is probably their first experience on Nexus, their first experience in any kind of lane smash competitive planet-side type thing.
I remember my first time in lane smash, and it's a shell shock. It's like overwhelming. You've got no nanites all of a sudden, and then your enemy's got air hammers, and that's how it quickly stacks, right? And I think they're going to find their feet in the next game, and I think they'll find a much more even opponent for themselves in the form of another group that's just one outfit, hopefully.
For sure.
Apart from that, guys, have you got anything you guys want to say to your team, to the other team, to the world?
I'm looking forward to the rest of Outfit Wars. This has been a long time coming. I'm glad it's finally here.
Oh yeah, we had some exciting games earlier on Emerald. There is a current game happening right now. I think they're all covered, unless there's not one that's been covered, but I think there's another game happening too at the moment, meaning a Bread and Veranda casting that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for your time.
Yeah, thank you guys for showing up.
No problem.
GG's, congratulations on the victory.
Good game to Sexy. Thank you. You guys were a great opponent.
And we'll see you on the battlefield sometime, hopefully.
For sure.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
All right, take it easy, guys. Thanks.
See you
You as
guys.
well.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. So, look, we're all done with that today. That is
User disconnected
that is
from your
basically it
channel. User
for
disconnected from your channel.
us for the cast today. There's not much else to be said apart from thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for next season. Go check out the other PSP channel, Meaning of Bread and Veranda, a casting game over there right now. That game is our X's Iron Guard versus a TTA. Go check it out on PSP 2. Thank you. Anything you want to say, Dux?
Not really. I think Sexy played well, and FIFA's just been practicing a lot, and yeah, it went about the way that we kind of expected it to.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That's all from PSP 1. Take it easy. Have a good day.